Hey, is this Eliza?
Yes, this is she.
Eliza, this is Dan McDonald, the Life Regenerator.
Hi, Dan, how are you?
I'm really good. I want you to know something, and that is that you are the lottery winner for tonight. I actually have the camera rolling, but if that's not okay, I'll shut it off.
No,
Be
no, that's totally fine.
okay, good. You've got something here that needs to be addressed, and you're the lucky lottery winner. I just go down the list here, and I try when I need a daily video, and this is something that I think will help a lot of people. So if we could take 20 or 20 minutes is the best, I think. And I think we can clear some things up. I'm trying to get the sound here a little bit better, but and you can tell me a little bit about. So why don't you? Can you talk for me for a second?
I have been suffering from crazy severe cystic acne for about 6 months. I had a little bit of problems with acne before, but never like this. And I'm almost 30 years old, so it's like really weird that it's happening now, especially after I've like changed my diet so much and have like become totally vegan. Like I've done so many changes, so I know my body's gone through a lot, but to have the acne be so severe like this has just been crazy.
So is the acne just coming on as the result of dietary change?
I really, honestly, I don't think so. Because the changes with the diet have been going on for like a very slow progression over like a year and a half. So it's not like I just went from being a meat eater to like being raw vegan overnight.
Okay, so has the diet in the last 6 months since you've been suffering, did it just come on all of a sudden?
Yeah, it did, actually. So
Syst
I was under a lot of stress, so it was very much probably stress-induced. And I also am predisposed because my family has acne. My dad especially has bad acne. But, yeah, so like, there were a few factors, stress, a lot
Okay.
of change going on, but
Have you got the stress managed?
yeah, the stress is managed now. I was forced into managing the stress.
Okay, well that's good. So your life is a lot more calmer, there's more space. Are you eating better and better every day?
I feel like I am. I mean, my friends and family are like worried about me. I think a little bit. They think I eat like a rabbit, but
That's
I
good.
mean, I'm happy with the way I eat. I look really, ironically, my body has never looked so good. But my face just needs to catch up with it.
Well, yeah, I'm glad you have a good attitude because really this does take some time, but you're right on schedule. These types of things, what happens is the liver and the kidneys and the lymphatic system and the digestive system accumulate a lot of waste products over the years from the stress and the bad eating. If you eat while you're stressed, you don't digest very well, and then if you try to improve the diet and you begin to eat some of the foods that are more cleansing and less coagulating, you're going to start to disperse some of that toxicity, metabolic waste, and if the kidneys aren't filtering properly, then you're going to have a lot of those metabolic wastes surface at the area of the skin. So the good news is that you're doing good. The process is taking place. It's not the most pleasant process in the world, but there's some things that you can do to
Okay.
speed it up. Now, when did you take antibiotics for the acne?
Yeah, I've taken like a few rounds, and probably 3 rounds over the last like year alone. So, and I don't want to take them anymore because I just feel like it makes it worse, honestly. Like it'll calm down a little bit and then it'll just come back full force.
Yeah,
So,
but you can't eliminate toxicity by hiding, by shoving it
right?
deeper. What'd you say, Eliza?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yeah. Yeah, I totally kind of regret taking the antibiotics at this point, but I was like, what was I supposed to do? I'm just like, no one can tell me what to do.
Well, you're on the phone with the right guy, because one of the things that I am really good at is having healthy skin. And so what you're going to want to do is continue down this road, and now the antibiotics are just another thing that need to be cleared out of there, as well as the Accutane or any of the other suppressants. What's interesting about the disease model that we have in the medical paradigm is that people are like fighting the dark, and all they need to do is reach over and flip on the light switch, and the light switch is clean eating and detoxification, the removal of these metabolic wastes that have accumulated, and they have been buried deeply within the tissues. Now, there is a whole process of why the liver, the kidneys, the digestive system all get backed up. I hardly ever focus on that. What I like to focus on is the actual process of just getting her done. And the way we do that is the simple monofruit eating, the green juice eating, the low-fat salad eating, as well as the smoothie eating. In other words, fruits and herbs are the best, the most cleansing foods that strengthen cells, energize cells, and allow the body to cleanse itself at the same time. Another thing you're going to want to think of is lots of hydration, water, and the elimination of cooked food to the best of your ability. It looks like you're practically raw vegan.
Yeah, I eat beans.
Okay,
so
now
that's pretty much it.
the beans are fairly benign food, a little heavy on the protein, but if you just eat a small amount, it's no big deal. But the main thing is eliminating processed carbs in the process of eliminating acne, especially fried foods, the worst, sugar, candy bars, hydrogenated oils, excessive iodized type salts. The sea salts and the Himalayan salts are a much higher quality and more dissolvable and usable in the body. And breads, grains are out. Meat, if you eat your meat raw, it's a lot better for your skin. I don't advocate the consumption of meat in any way, shape, or form, but I understand why people do it. But the main thing, as far as the cleansing goes, it's going to be the hydration, the sleep, the elimination of the stress, and also sweating is very helpful. Regular bathing, hot springs is very beneficial. Colonics are very beneficial. Liver and gallbladder flush. Kidney cleansing with watermelons, cucumbers, celery, carrots, grapes, etc. Also, do you know about God's herbs?
I think I've heard you mention them a few times.
Okay.
But I'm not familiar.
If you have a chance, you may want to get the skin. Well, if you have the affordability, the detox kit would be very helpful. But right now, basically, Eliza and anyone who's dealing with chronic skin issues, aside from the things that I just mentioned, we're dealing with a program here of actual, and it's all the same thing for every one of us, no matter what our condition is. And that is to enhance the quality of our cells. And we don't want to overeat, because that will clog up the liver and the kidneys as well, causing a backup in the system. And then the skin is a backup eliminative organ. So right now, by you telling me you've got chronic cystic acne, I know that your kidneys aren't filtering properly. There is a kidney formula in the detox kit. And those foods and juices that I talked about will help you to dissolve the accumulations in the kidneys. The nephrils in the kidneys are thin like filters. So imagine that a lot of the larger chunks of food that go into the body that aren't chewed well and then aren't digested well and that are just not meant to be in the human organism in the first place, foods that you would never find in nature that your body does not recognize. So those nephrils get clogged up, and then your skin oozes out all the excess metabolic waste. So are you on a detox program?
Not like an official detox program. I mean, I'm doing like a combination of all of those things that you just mentioned. Like, I've been going in for colonics. I work out every day. I'm sweating a lot. I actually have an acupuncturist who hooks me up with like herbs every week, and she's been really focused on my kidneys as well, trying to like just cleanse them. And she's focusing also on bringing a lot of the heat, because there's so much inflammation from the acne as well. So we're trying to like bring the heat down and out, slowly but surely.
And how long have you been working with that general protocol that you just shared with me?
Like pretty hardcore for the past couple of months.
Okay, and have you seen any improvement at all?
I have, definitely. I just, in the past, like probably week and a half, I started to see a lot more inflammation coming back in. So it started to make me nervous, you know, because it was like healing a little bit, like slowly and doing really well. And then like I turned this corner, and then all of a sudden it was like, oh no, it's inflamed again.
Okay, well, I want you to know, and everyone else out there too, that this comes and goes in waves and cycles. And the nuts will also slow down the kidney flow. I don't know if you're eating any nuts.
I do. Yeah, I have almonds. Like, I'll throw them in my smoothie, but not a ton.
Okay. So
but I could cut them out.
If you cut out the nuts, you'll find that when you're healing the kidneys or the lymphatics or losing weight or regenerating and energizing tissues at the highest levels, you do remove the nuts. You don't need any protein foods right now, which are a little bit more harder on the kidneys. Once the kidneys are totally regenerated and cleaned, and you're back in a building phase after you've broken yourself down and eliminated all these metabolic wastes that have accumulated that are causing these issues on your skin, then you can bring the nuts back in. But you're going to want to be on the best fats would be you know, coconut and avocado, and even those in really small amounts. Focusing now, especially that springtime is coming on, you're going to want to do, when the springtime comes, we're all more naturally inclined to drink more herbal tonics and eat more herbal salads, while the summer fruits come on, the fall fruits come on, and then in the wintertime we eat the squashes, the gourds, the root vegetables, the nuts, and the kales. So right now we're at the end of the wintertime, and the spring herbs are going to start popping up in the next couple months. So we're going to want to do, if you do dandelion, you can do my favorite in the whole wide world, wheatgrass will hook you up every day of the week. And so that's going to be what you're going to want to focus on, is those high water fruits. But you're going to want to, everyone's going to want to remember to stay truly balanced in this society, because our fruits aren't as good as they used to be, and they're not as mineral rich as they could be, unless you know your farmer and he's really on top of things. So you got to balance out a lot of the fruit cleansing with the minerals, salts that are in the herbs. But a nice balance for the best detoxification program, as far as just being a generalist here, is really like half fruit, half herbs. And you get plenty of protein from the herbs, and you might get thin, but you're working on regenerating and cleansing your internal organs for a total turnaround of whatever situation you're in. So you want to keep going down this road and sort of breaking the body down. Do you know anything about the liver gallbladder flush?
Yeah, I did a little bit of research on the liver with the olive oil and lemon.
Yes.
Apple juice.
Have you tried that yet?
I have not.
Okay, well that's your next.
That I could do it tomorrow if I wanted to. I have all the stuff for it.
Oh, okay. Well, you should drink the apple juice for a few days first to soften up the gallstones, and then go ahead with the Epsom salts, and a liver flush will help everyone. Probably everyone could use anywhere from 8 to 12 liver and gallbladder flushes once every 6 months or something like that. But the liver gallbladder flush will be helpful. So why don't you check out God's Herbs website? Everybody else too who might want to try the detox kit, they do. Or if you can only afford like the skin formula and a bowel formula, you might want to, or a lymphatic formula. But mostly, since this is a video for cystic acne, it's going to be really about the kidneys and the skin and they have nice tinctures, and it'll help you with those specific areas. But the detox kit will be an overall, and then the fruits and the herbs will really help with the skin. And sunlight and oxygen on the skin as well. But it sounds like you're doing everything really well, and I think if you continue down this road and refrain from using the antibiotics and eliminate the nuts and as much cooked food as possible, like you said you will slowly but surely see some results here. The hot baths are very beneficial. I would, if I were you, Eliza, I would take a couple of hot baths a day, use a nice soft washcloth on my face when you're really hot and everything's really expanded and the pores are open. Just a nice gentle scrub, nothing really abrasive. And probably what I would do actually is only use the washcloth like once every other day. But I would get in a really hot bath and get it cooking and get those skin opened up really nice and start to get the sweat. What I like to do is keep my whole body submerged, and so that I have a pretty face, I keep my face out of the water and sweat out of my face, and then I will get in and I will use the cold water to contract the skin. So really what you're doing to beautify your skin is you're doing the hot and cold treatments at the hot springs, or you're doing the summer sun and then jumping into the cold lake, or you're doing the hot bath with the cold shower, and you're exercising and working the skin, because if you don't use the skin, you're going to lose the skin. Does that make any sense, Eliza, the hot bath?
Yeah, definitely.
It's very, very epic to use the skin in that hot and cold way. It's one of the secrets to why my skin is usually in pretty good shape. Is there anything else, Eliza? I think we touched on some pretty good stuff here.
Yeah, I guess I just needed like some support, honestly, because it's been such a long process.
Yes,
I feel like
it is.
It's going so slow. So to hear you say that like it is just a slow process and you just have to keep at it, it's just encouraging. So thank you, I appreciate it.
Well, in the end, Eliza, and I want to recommend this to everyone, the top-notch things are some type of mono fast, like watermelons for 7 days, which may sound crazy, but it's not. Or grapes for 7 or 10 days, or a green juice diet for 21 days or a month, or or any length of time. I mean, you got to stay balanced with all this. The Master Cleanse is pretty cool. It puts me out of balance, my constitution. Some people don't do well with the Master Cleanse constitutionally. You got to find what works for you, but really the elimination of too much consumption of food so that the body can start breaking it down, some of the old accumulated matter. And then all those other processes that we talked about are really going to be helpful. And it is, I want to just let everybody know that it's a slow process that takes a lot of patience. Cleansing, and if it was so easy, everybody would be doing it and everyone would be radiantly healthy. But not everyone's going to do this because they don't want it bad enough. I will tell you right now, It takes constant commitment, constant perseverance, excuse me, and just get in it for the long haul, because it's a physical and a spiritual path at the same time. As you release these physical obstructions and your physical protoplasm, or your body, gets better and healthier and more flexible and the skin gets better, that's a sure sign that also you will be feeling much more spiritually free as well. So the road of detoxification and regeneration through the alkalization and clean eating and clean thinking and clean believing pathway is definitely worth it. I got your back, Eliza. This has been a big favor from you to me tonight to make this, to allow me to make a video for this. I hope this helped a lot of people that are suffering with skin issues.
Thank you. I do too. It's a really sucky thing. So I feel for everyone out there who's going through it anyway. So.
Okay, well, so I think we did good. We did 20 minutes. Are you on your road to wellness, Eliza?
I believe I am.
Well,
Thank
excellent.
you so much, Dan.
My pleasure. Please get a hold of me in a couple of months, 2 or 3 months, with the good news, okay?
All right. Thank you so much. Take care.
Thank you. Peace be with you. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye.
Thanks for watching this video. I sure appreciate your time and attention, and I really hope that I was of service to you tonight. God bless you, and hope that you have healthy, regenerated, beautiful, radiant, and glowing skin, which comes from the inside out. What you eat, what you feel, and hopefully it's love, and what you think, and hopefully it's an appreciation and an acceptance and an understanding of yourself and some of the vicissitudes of the human experience, and then just being gentle and calm and peaceful with yourself. Thank you. Good evening. Bye-bye.